Next are buttons. Subject is John Cena. Salutations, K100 crew. Over the past few months, I've noticed something interesting about John Cena and how he's announced at WWE television lately. The WWE has instructed their announcers to now introduce him in his entrance as the greatest of all time. I think this is extremely presumptuous of the WWE for them to have the gall to put this idea in fans' heads that John Cena is 100% the greatest to ever do it. While I may be on my personal Mount Rushmore along with Stone Cold, Hogan, and Flair, I don't like that they made that a part of his entrance. What are your thoughts on this change, and what is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Thanks for all the content. Well, first of all, the fact that he's wrestling, and he's probably the single most iconic active wrestler left today, I have no problem them calling him the greatest of all time because he is the greatest of all time that's doing it now. If you think about that. I mean, would you agree with that, Konnan?
No.
Who is the greatest of all time that's still doing it?
That's still doing it?
Yeah, still doing it. He's still does. That's what they're calling him. He's the greatest of all time.
Is that what we're? No. I think the greatest of all time means all time, not the greatest of all time who's still doing it. That's why I'm saying that's why I have no problem with them calling him the greatest of all time because he's still doing it, and that's a good tag because he is of active wrestlers. He's the greatest of all time right now that's still performing. And that's why I say I don't see a problem with it. You have a problem with it, but I don't. And
but he's not on. He's not on your guys' Mount Rushmores, right? I don't think we did this before. Yeah.
No, the Mount Rushmore is Rock.
Because I do. I put. I'm sorry, Rock.
Do you really?
Bro, that's my that's my Mount Rushmore. Disco. That's my Mount. Say that again.
I think it should be everybody's Mount Rushmore. Is Rock, Hogan, Austin, Flair? Rock, Austin, Hogan, Flair.
Right. What's yours, Joe? Joe, let me hear Joe.
Hogan.
CM Punk, Cena, RVD, and Raven.
Hogan, Brett, Austin, Cena.
Brett?
Yeah.
Hogan, Brett, Austin, Cena. So you think the Mount Rushmore that Brett is ahead of Ric Flair on Mount Rushmore?
I do. That's going to be unpopular on YouTube.
Did you see the ESPN 30 for 30 on Bret Hart?
I did not. No, it's weird.
Because there was no ESPN 30 for 30 on Bret Hart. Was there an ESPN 30 for 30 on Ric Flair, Cody? Did you see that?
There sure was.
Bro, Ric Flair.
And how many rap groups who there's no way they're gonna put over some white guy if he's lame.
Hey, Ric Flair was never on The Simpsons.
Ric Flair.
Brett was on The Simpsons.
I would say this. Okay,
no, I agree.
Brett's obviously in the conversation for the greatest of all time. Okay, there's other guys you could throw in the honorable mention. Okay, but I think if everybody voted of all ages, okay,
Flair would be on there. Yeah, you're right.
Flair, Hogan, Rock, and Austin would probably.
If you were to say Mount Rushmore, best technical wrestler, Brett would be there.
Yeah. Right, 100%.
Because I mean, think of the guys none of us mentioned. Nobody said Taker. Nobody said Hunter.
Right.
Nobody said Sting. Nobody said
no.
Hunter's not above any of those.
Here's guys you would put. Here's guys that would be in the conversation because they drew money. Okay, Bruno Sammartino. What's his name? Superstar Billy Graham. Okay, Andre the Giant. Okay,
Piper.
The Undertaker, Piper, Dusty Rhodes, and
Savage.
I
mean, it's hard.
He was like, I don't know. I would throw these names in there too if you're talking about just wrestlers, but if you talk about wrestling performers, right? You could throw Bobby Heenan and Cornette on that list of honorable mention too.
For sure.
And you could throw Jesse the Body on that list for announcing.
You throw Heenan and Cornette, you got to say Heyman too. And Heyman's got a longer run. Look at what he's done in the last 10 years.
You may be right. Yeah, from on-screen performers.
Yeah.
Like for on-screen performers, you definitely throw Cornette, Heyman, and Bobby Heenan for their performances.
Lesnar, nobody said Lesnar. You know, he's had a great decade.
Yeah, he could be right. He's on. There's a list of about 12 guys in the conversation, but those four I think it'd be like the BCS right now. It would be a very clear cut four teams playing for the championship. And
did you see Georgia move to number one?
Yeah, I don't care about that though.
Bro, you look good. Your quarterback looks good.
But who cares? Like the guy, like they're bringing experts on TV. Well, Georgia should be number one because, bro, they're going to win. The ranking now is meaningless. They have to win the SEC. If they win the SEC, then they'll be in the playoffs.
Well, we're one game away from the SEC, right?
Right. I know. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Well, two more for them. They got